Filming has officially begun for Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and James Gunn just gave us our first look at the Girl of Steel in action. Plus, we'll break down the box office predictions for Captain America: Brave New World, take a look at the 2025 Academy Award nominations, and wrap things up with a guide to this weekend's new releases in theaters and streaming, because this is Movie Mornings, your daily dose of movie news with a cup of coffee. How's everybody doing today? It's Friday. We finally made it. Friday, January 24th. You know, this month is almost over. Thank the powers that be, the PTBs, you know? It feels like this decade just won't stop. The decade of 2025, that is. It's, you know, I'm glad it's Friday. We got baby Henry having his little first birthday party tomorrow. It's exciting. And yeah, you know, maybe take a trip to you know, the Home Depot. I don't know if there's gonna be enough time. I don't know if there'll be enough time. That's a great cup of coffee. All right, let's get into it. Let's kick things off with Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Filming is underway, and there's a lot to be excited about. So James Gunn shares the first look of Milly Alcock as Supergirl's Kara Zor-El as filming begins. Quote, "Thrilled to see the cameras roll." This comes from Deadline, written by Armando Tinoco, and also James Gunn over on Blue Sky posted this as well. DC Studios co-head James Gunn is celebrating the beginning of filming of Supergirl, which stars Milly Alcock in the titled role. The filmmaker took to social media to share a teaser photo of Alcock as Kara Zor-El as filming starts on the superhero movie. Quote, "Thrilled to see the cameras roll at Warner Brothers Studios Leavesden on Supergirl, with Craig Gillespie at the helm and the phenomenal Milly Alcock as our Kara Zor-El," Gunn shared. The microblogging platform formerly known as Twitter. Craig brings an incredibly sensibility to the story, and Milly is every inch the unique Supergirl envisioned by Tom King, Bill Quez Evely, and Anna Nagoria. And I'm so sorry, because I'm certain that I butchered those names. The DC Studios movie is based on Tom King's 2022 comic book series Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I actually still have the trade paperback. I've not cracked into it, but I will do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit. I'm getting a Bowflex. I'm committing. Which Anna Nagoria adapted the comic book for the big screen. In that comic, the bad guy is Krim of the Yellow Hill, who kills a young alien girl's father. She draws Supergirl into the conflict. Noli is a noble and honorable warrior who travels across the galaxy with Supergirl to hunt Krim for killing her father in cold blood. Three-body problem star Eve Ridley will play Ruthie Mary Knoll in the film, while Rust and Bone actor Matthias Schoenaerts landed the role of Krim. House of the Dragon star Milly Alcock is set to play the superhero, which Gunn says was his first pick. In case you missed the exciting news yesterday, strangely, Milly was the first person I brought up to Peter Safran for this role, well over a year ago, when I had only read the comics Gunn posted on Threads. So, Supergirl has begun filming. We are one step closer to getting the Supergirl movie. Of course, we are getting Superman in July, just a mere 6 months away at this point, which is crazy. I can't freaking wait. And she is appearing in that movie, which is exciting. I did want to point out something I noticed in this picture that Gunn shared. So this, I had to kind of increase the brightness and everything. But what do we think about the Supergirl symbol? Like, I really dig it. I showed it to Maggie. She said she was a big fan of how it almost looks like it's spray painted. Now, obviously, the uploading to social and all that stuff could be affecting the colors a little bit. But I do like the very red and blue nature of this. Like it's almost like instead of the yellow that they decided to go with for Superman, they decided to go with blue on this. I really like it. I think it looks good. It could end up being maybe a little bit more pink-ish. I kind of doubt it though. But I mean, like when you take it into account of like, the background here, how it has some neon pinks and blues. I don't know. I could see it. Going either way, but I do like it. I like that there's going to be some similarities between Cal and Kara's symbols here for the House of El. I think that's going to be great. I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited for a Supergirl movie. The Supergirl show was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. Obviously, the old Supergirl film from back in the day wasn't the greatest achievement in human history. But I'm stoked, man, that we're getting, a fleshed out Superman family universe, like as great as it is to see like the DC universe in general. I'm obviously a big fan of the House of El. So I mean, getting to see Crypto, getting to see Kara, like it's great. I'm very excited for this. I'm curious what you think though. Let me know in the comments if you're into this idea, and if you've read the Tom King story, let me know what you thought about it. If it would make a good movie plot. I am definitely going to read this soon. I think that would be a good thing to kind of talk about on one of these episodes that we don't have any other news breaking. I feel like kind of going over what that story is, how that could kind of look on the big screen. I think that'd be fun. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in. But let's go ahead and get to the next story here. So from Krypton to the red, white, and blue, let's talk about Captain America, Brave New World. The early box office predictions are in, and they're looking big, but maybe not too big. I don't know what that was supposed to imply. But here's all that we know. So this comes from Deadline, written by Anthony D'Alessandro. It says Captain America, Brave New World, seeing 95 million 4-day opening as pick hits 3-weekend tracking box office. So Disney Marvel Studios' Captain America, Brave New World has hit 3-weekend tracking with a number that's similar to what we saw recently, that being 95 million plus over 4 days. The movie opens February 14th over the President's Day / Valentine's Day weekend. I did not realize that was also President's Day. Tickets went on sale Monday, and we hear they're currently pacing 15% behind Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which opened to 118.4 million. They're also well above Shang-Chi and in The Legend of the Ten Rings, in addition to Black Adam and The Flash. Demos remain hot, with men above and under 25. Let's see here. Among 4-day opening records for President's Day, Marvel Studios owns the top 3 with 2018's Black Panther, Deadpool, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Quantumania posted a 3-day total of 106 million. Deadpool's was 132 million, while Black Panther's was 202 million. Other comparisons have this Captain in the range of Quantumania and 2014's Captain America: Winter Soldier, with a 95 million over a 3-day weekend. Anyone whining that the 3-day isn't that strong on Captain America: Brave New World, duly note it's a reboot of the franchise with a new lead. The plus for Disney is that Brave New World is the only tentpole in the marketplace until arguably March 21st, when the studio rolls out its Gal Gadot, Rachel Zegler Snow White movie. God, I forgot that's coming out. Currently, Disney owns 2 #1 weekends in 2025 with its prequel Mufasa: The Lion King, which is crossing 600 million worldwide off a 200 million production cost. So, what does that mean for Captain America: Brave New World? As it said, some people might look at those numbers and think, Marvel, they still ain't got it. They don't got the sauce anymore. The sauce is dried up and now we gotta scrub the pan clean, And that may be the case, possibly, I don't know. But I feel like, like they said, you look at Quantumania being one of the top 3 openings, and it tracked at 100 and I'm trying to look it up here, 120, and so Cap is looking at Quantumania was 106.1 million. In Caps looking to be about 96, 94, something like that. That's not bad. I think it's gonna do fine. Hopefully it's amazing and it brings a lot more people to come check it out. I think Disney is still trying to figure out how to get people to come back to the theaters after they trained us all to, if we just wait a little bit, we can watch it on Disney Plus. Obviously, Deadpool and Wolverine, I feel like, did an outstanding job of getting people out there. Moana 2, Mufasa, obviously they've been doing well enough to where I think they've kind of got it figured out. And I hope, I could be wrong, but I think this could outperform what people are expecting. I think people are trying to be a little reserved with their predictions given, the new lead, given that, it's about politics, and right now maybe politics isn't things that people want to hear about. But I think it might actually end up doing really well. Winter Soldier wasn't like the biggest opening for Marvel back when it first came out, but I feel like we all look back at Winter Soldier as like a peak Marvel movie, as far as like quality and stuff. And hopefully, if we're lucky, that might be what we get here. What do you think, though? Am I reaching? I think it'll be good. I love Anthony Mackie. Cut the check. If you know, you know. All right. You know what? Let's switch gears from superhero blockbusters to award season, because the 2025 Academy Award nominations are here. And you know me, boy, I love talking about award seasons. There are plenty of surprises and snubs, so let's break it down. This comes to us from The Hollywood Reporter. They did a great job of kind of breaking all this down. So it says here, Emily Perez leads the nominations with 13, followed by The Brutalist and Wicked with 10 nominees apiece. So I'm not gonna get into the all the stuff here. I'm just gonna go over some of the nominees. If you watch the Golden Globe episode, you'll kind of get what I'm going for. I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm covering this because I feel like it would be a miss to not talk about the Academy Awards, arguably the biggest movie awards. But I still stand by the fact that the Academy Awards are pretty out of touch with what people actually enjoy. All of these, honestly, feel like it's just unnecessary. So, that being said, the Best Picture nominees are Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, which we really liked, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emily Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. Very happy Wicked got the nominee here. I don't know if it'll win, obviously. I'm very happy that Dune Part 2 got nominated. Deservedly so. Dune, just a wonderful movie. Both of them. And, I think it's great. The Substance being nominated for Best Picture is a bit crazy. I've talked about The Substance all this week. I'm not going to get into it. If you've not seen it, it's crazy. I don't think The Substance will win. If I had to guess, I would imagine, what's the one that had all the nominees? What's it called? Emily Perez. I would imagine that's probably the one that's going to win, which I've heard mixed things. I'm pretty sure that's the one, like the other musical, right? That everybody was posting clips from and was like, oh God. Just that it's not a well representation of the content of the movie. Unless I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm talking about the wrong one here. But if The Substance wins, that would be insane. I don't think The Substance would win, but if it does, I would actually have to give some props to the Academy for actually doing that, because that would be just insane. Best Directing is the nominees are Jacques Audured for Emily Perez, Sean Baker for Anora, Bradley Corbett for The Brutalist, Corelli Farragut for The Substance, and James Mangold for Complete Unknown. I wish a Complete Unknown would do like some sweeping here. I think it could be Oscar bait. Like, it's got a good soundtrack. It's historical, obviously. So I mean, like, I could see it faring pretty well at the Oscars, but we'll see. Again, I don't know if it will. I'd say it'll be, crap, the Academy. I don't trust the Academy to make the right choices here. I mean, case in point, where's the director of Dune 2? Totally blanking on. Is it Danny Boyle? Is that his name? Or even, God, I'm blanking on his name now. For Wicked, like, he's not on there either. And like, sure, you could argue maybe, I don't know. I think they both deserve to at least get a nominee for directing here. I mean, if their movie can be nominated for Best Picture, I feel like how could you win? How could you even be nominated for Best Picture if you didn't have a great director? You know what I mean? Anyway, actor in a leading role, we got Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet for Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, and Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. Shout out to Bucky, everybody. I do want to watch The Apprentice. I do want to see his take on it. I've heard it's really well. Actress in a leading role, we got Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. Got the nominee. I wish she would win. I'll just be honest. I heard if she gets this, she gets the EGOT. This will be the final one that she needs to land the EGOT, so that would be pretty rad. Let's see here. Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez, Maggie Madison for Honora, Demi Moore for The Substance, and Fernandez Torres for I'm Still Here. Demi Moore for The Substance, nominated for Actress in a Leading Role. That's pretty great. Again, Cynthia Erivo is my pick because Wicked was just the best movie last year. My personal opinion. Let's see here. Actor in a supporting role, Yura Borisov for Honora, Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Edward Norton for Complete Unknown. Edward Norton did do a good job. I will give him that. He did a good job. Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. Best Supporting Actress nominees are Monica Barbaro for Complete Unknown, Ariana Grande for Wicked. Hey, I didn't know that. Felicity Jones for The Brutalist, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, and Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez. So it is that Emilia Perez is the movie that I was thinking of. I have heard people say that it's not as great for the community that it's trying to represent. That it doesn't do it well. It doesn't do a good job. Granted, I don't know. I haven't watched the movie, but the things that I've seen, people have been saying it's not a very good representation for that community. So, best adapted screenplay, and we got A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, Sing Sing. Original screenplay, we got Honora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5th, Fellbomb, and The Substance. The Substance should win. I'll go ahead and give them that. Out of these, The Substance should win because it's insane. And if we're talking about originality, it needs to win. It's insane. Animated films, we got Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and The Wild Robot. I would like to see The Wild Robot land this. I know Flow, I think, won the Golden Globe. Inside Out 2 is good. Like, I really loved Inside Out 2. I don't know if I would, say it's like the best animated movie ever made. But I do want to see The Wild Robot, and I would love to see The Wild Robot get some recognition here. Animated short film, we don't worry about that. Cinematography, The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Maria, and Nosferatu. Costume design, Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked. I mean, come on. Costumes in Wicked. Like, I mean, the color palette alone, the intricacies of all, like, I mean, come on. Wicked deserves just everything. All right, I'm just going to say it. Film editing, makeup and hairstyling. Okay. Wicked is nominated for makeup and hairstyling, but so is The Substance. And I'm gonna break with tradition here and say that Substance should win for makeup and hairstyling, because if you've seen it, you know. I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's see here. Original score, we've got The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. Best original song, we've got El Mal from Emilia Perez, The Journey from the 6888, Like a Bird from Sing Sing, Mi Camino. Everything just kind of went away here. Let me scroll back down. Let's see here. Mi Camino from Emilia Perez, Never Too Late from Elton John, Never Too Late. Wow. I mean, I guess it's original song, so I can see why, you know, some stuff's not on there. Documentaries, international, production design, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, Wicked, The Brutalist, Conclave, sound, visual effects. Okay, so we got Alien Romulus getting a nod. Thank you. I believe visual effects, isn't that what Godzilla -1 won last year? Well deserved. We got Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked. Probably Dune Part 2, in my personal opinion. The black and white planet. Like, that, I think that alone deserves it for visual effects. Though, shout out to Alien Romulus. I feel like they just did a just fantastic job with that movie. I wouldn't necessarily go Wicked. I feel like visual effects is more of like a digital thing, the way I read it. Something like set design, props, stuff like that. Like, yes, I think Wicked definitely takes it for just the intricacies of what they put on for Wicked. But if we're talking like digital visual effects, I think Dune Part 2 takes it a little bit more than Alien Romulus. Personal opinion again. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. It's happened once or twice. You know, and it'll probably happen again one of these days. Maybe today's that day. Maybe it's not. All right. Finally, everybody. Let's talk about what's new this weekend. Whether you're hitting the theater or streaming at home, here's what we got dropping this weekend. So we are starting off with in theaters. We've got Mark Wahlberg's Flight Risk. It's an hour and 31 minutes, rated R. In this high-stakes suspense thriller, Academy Award nominee Mark Wahlberg plays a pilot transporting an air marshal accompanying a fugitive, which is Topher Grace, wow, to trial. As they cross the Alaskan wilderness, tensions soar and trust is tested, as not everyone on board is whom they seem. Interesting. We also got Presence. This is my pick for the weekend. Won't be able to go watch it this weekend. Hoping to go watch it next weekend. But this is Presence. This is an hour and 25 minutes, rated R. A family moves into a suburban house and becomes convinced they're not alone. So this is a ghost movie, or spirit, or whatever, however you want to call it. But it's told from the perspective of the ghost. And the trailer alone is creepy as stuff. I'm not trying to not hit that explicit tag this morning. But this, I mean, it looks fantastic for me anyway. But you know, I love stuff like Paranormal Activity and Blair Witch. So what do I know about horror films? You know, stars Lucy Liu, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's who it is. I had it on here and it seems to have been erased. Unfortunate. Yeah. So Presence, that would be my pick if I was going to the theaters this weekend. But that's not all. We also got some stuff that's streaming. So Star Trek Section 31 original movie, a brand new Star Trek movie, is out this weekend, guys. Streaming on Paramount Plus starting today. It is rated PG-13. It is 1 hour, or I'm sorry, it's definitely not an hour and 52 seconds long. That's the trailer. But yeah, so this is the Michelle Yeoh spinoff from Star Trek Discovery. I thought it was supposed to be a show, but it's apparently a movie. So yeah, so that hits Paramount Plus. I'm actually behind on Discovery, so I don't know if it'd be okay to watch this. I don't know. I do want to watch it though. You know me, I'm a sucker for Star Trek. Hitting Prime this weekend, we've got This Is the Tom Green documentary, directed by Tom Green. So this is hitting Amazon Prime. It says, from outrageous stunts to a life-changing cancer battle and his decision to trade Hollywood for an Ottawa farm, this is Tom Green like never before. Follow the comedy legend through the most personal moments as he navigates fame, faces illness, and embraces a quieter, more grounded life. An hour and 37 minutes, and this is on Amazon Prime. Tom Green, I'm certain, does not hold up the Tom Green Show in today's society. I will say, as a teenager, when this was first airing, I thought Tom Green, like, he did this one where he went to Japan. It was the Tokyo Subway Monkey Hour. And I loved that. And like, as a teenager, I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. So I'm really intrigued to watch this. Tom Green always struck me as somebody who has deeper to him, but he doesn't allow that to really be seen. This could prove me totally wrong, but I feel like there's a lot more thought going on with Tom Green than what people give him credit for, especially for like his movie, Freddy Got... I'm not going to say it because I'm sure the YouTube algorithms probably will think I'm saying something that I'm not trying to say. But yeah, so I'm curious about this one. This is definitely on my watch list for sure. Then we got The Wild Robot is finally hitting Peacock this weekend. So of course, this is from 2024. It's nominated for some Oscars. Shipwrecked on a desert island, a robot named Roz must learn to adapt to its new surroundings, building relationships with the native animals. Roz soon develops a parental bond with an orphaned Gosling. Ryan Gosling. What? It's crazy. This movie's even better than I thought. I'm joking. It's not Ryan Gosling. Lupita Nyong'o and Pedro Pascal is in this. I was not aware of Pedro Pascal. So me and Maggie have been wanting to watch this forever, so I'm glad it's finally hitting a streaming service that we can watch it. And also this weekend, I believe it's the last one, on Saturday, Timmy Che is going to be hosting Saturday Night Live, and also is the musical guest for Saturday Night Live. If you've watched Hopefully Awesome for a little bit, you know we're big Timmy Che fans around here. His Wonka is my favorite Wonka. I'm just saying. I have to say it quietly because I don't want anybody to, get offended at me saying that his Willy Wonka is the best one. But he's very talented and he's really funny. I enjoy Timothée Chalamet as a person. He doesn't take himself too serious, especially like the look-alike contest and all that stuff. So yeah, he'll be hosting and is also the musical guest for Saturday Night Live. So I'm very, very excited to see what that turns out to be. And what exactly his music numbers are going to be. Like, is he going to go with like, his Bob Dylan stuff? Because obviously he's, award season and stuff. Or is he going to like rap or something? Like I can see him going either way. Maybe he throws on the top hat and tells and does some Willy Wonka stuff. Who knows? When Timmy Che is in town, you have no idea what you're in for, but it's going to be a good time. I don't know what that was, but there you have it, everybody. Filming is underway for Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Captain America 4 is set for a strong box office debut, and the Oscar nominations are out. And of course, we went over this weekend's new releases, and they're ready to entertain us all. So I want to know, what's your take on the Supergirl first look? Are you excited for the Supergirl movie? Are you excited to see her show up in the Superman movie? What do you think about that? What do you think about the Brave New World box office? Do you think it's going to be big? Do you think, are you looking forward to Brave New World? I personally am. I think it's going to be awesome. But I want to know what your all's thoughts are. Are you rooting for anybody in the Oscar nominees? Give me all that. Give me all your thoughts. What are you watching this weekend? I want to know you. All right. I want to know, what are you doing this weekend? What are you watching this weekend? And if you watch something cool, please let me know, because I love a good recommendation. So just drop it in the comments. I'd appreciate it. And hey, if you enjoyed today's episode or any episode from this week, Hitting that like button does way more than you think it does. It doesn't just tell me that you like this video, but it actually tells YouTube to share this with more people like you and helps us grow this awesome community that we're trying to build here together at Hopefully Awesome. But that is going to wrap it up for me this week, everyone. Of course, we'll be back on Monday talking about the box office report. We'll also be live streaming some more Sonic Adventure and just, all the awesome fun stuff that we do each and every day right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Once again, thanks for watching. And as always, have a hopefully awesome day. Goodbye.